Good morning. My name is Reverend Patrice Brown, Master of Arts, Master of Divinity, Candidate Doctor of Ministry. I am the founder of Grace Abounds Association of Pastors. This morning I'm going to read from 2 Kings chapter 10, verses 1 through 11. Now Ahab had 70 sons in Samaria. And Jehu wrote and sent letters to Samaria, to the rulers of Jezreel, to the elders, and to those who reared Ahab's sons, saying, Now as soon as this letter comes to you, since your master's sons are with you, and you have chariots and horses, a fortified city also, and weapons, choose the best qualified of your master's sons, set him on his father's throne, and fight for your master's house. But they were exceedingly afraid and said, Look, 2 kings could not stand up to him. How then can we stand? And he who was in charge of the house, and he who was in charge of the city, the elders also, and those who reared the sons, sent to Jehu, saying, We are your servants. We will do what you tell us, but we will not make anyone king. Do what is good in your sight. Then he wrote a second letter to them, saying, If you are for me and will obey my voice, take the heads of the men, your master's sons, and come to me at Jezreel by this time tomorrow. Now the king's sons, 70 persons, were with the great men of the city, who were rearing them. So it was when the letter came to them that they took the king's sons and slaughtered 70 persons, put their heads in baskets, and sent them to him at Jezreel. Then a messenger came and told him, saying, They have brought the heads of the king's sons. And he said, Lay them in 2 heaps at the entrance of the gate until morning. So it was in the morning that he went out and stood, and said to all the people, You are righteous. Indeed, I conspired against my master and killed him. But who killed all these? Know now that nothing shall fall to the earth of the word of the Lord, which the Lord spoke concerning the house of Ahab. For the Lord has done what he spoke by his servant Elijah. So Jehu killed all who remained of the house of Ahab in Jezreel, and all his great men, and his close acquaintances, and his priests, until he left him none remaining. Jezebel had an innocent man killed for his property, to take what belonged to him. She thought she was in power. God responded back to her wickedness and had her entire lineage wiped off the face of the earth. Not just her entire lineage, but it says also all the great men that were a part of their kingdom, and his close acquaintances and his priests, and left none remaining. What a serious backhand slap from the Lord. Essentially, this is what God did. God said, You killed an innocent man. Then God poured out an abundance, attacked Ahab and his wife Jezebel abundantly for their wicked act, by killing all 70 of their sons, by killing everybody that was a part of their kingship, by killing every acquaintance that they had, and by killing all their priests. How about that? How about that to demonstrate who's in power, who is sovereign? They thought they would rise up against God's righteousness and carry out whatever deeds they decided to carry out. But God gave them a righteous backhand slap, knocking them, slapping them off the entire planet, them and their acquaintances and their rulers with them and their priests. That was a mighty get back. God is sovereign. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the sovereign God. My name is Reverend Patrice Brown. I am the founder of Grace Abounds Association of Pastors.